What's up, guys? It's Olly Steele here from Monuments, and you're geeking out to Gear Gods. What's up? It's Olly again from Monuments. Today I'm going to show you the chorus of our song Stygian Blue. It sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's the same thing slower. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the whole deal behind this chorusy riff is the polarity between low notes and kind of high, gnarly, ganky kind of chords. The melody side of things comes from the low part. That's also the bass line in the verse and stuff like that, so most of the song is based around this part. So it's basically just working out where, because of this tuning, most of the high strings resonate melodically with any kind of low string, so. I mean, those are just boring power chords, but. There's no thirds involved, it's like a sus tuning, so there's nothing clashy really happening. But still, each high note that responds to a low note, or each high chord that responds to a low chord, has some sort of change, just its own kind of fretting, just to make it fit with the chord a little bit more. So we have, that's your intro, you have 4 of the 5th fret, and then your responding chord to that is 5 open open. So you have one more 5 and its corresponding chord one more time. And then you move to the 8th fret, play the 5th before you play the 8th fret. And then the corresponding chord there is 10 open open. I'm pretty sure they all have the top 2 strings open and then something fretted on the G string. So this hooky part here, it's 8, 10, 8, 0, 1. The corresponding chord there is 3, 0, 0 on the high 3 strings. So you're just going between 1 and the high chord a bit, nice and specific. So then we have 1, 8, 10, and then this guy here, which is 8, 0, 0. 10, 0, that lands us back at 5. So the rest of it follows the same notes in the same pattern, or in the same order. It's just the pattern might be slightly different, I think. There might be one note less on one of the roots because one of them has been held onto for longer earlier. I really didn't write it down. Or write it. Nice one, bro. The only difference is just before you repeat the riff, you have. So it's 0, 3. The chord is 5, 0, 0. And then 1 again to bring us into the verse. And that's the whole thing. The only difficult things about this, I guess, are learning the pattern initially, and then you always have like a 4-string gap between your low note and your high chord. That feels a bit stretchy to me. It can be difficult to keep those clean, and then other than that, just trying to keep your single notes as single notes, because you can get like this kind of half power chord thing when your finger doesn't really know what it wants to do. So just be careful of that. But as with everything, practice it slow and confidently. This whole idea of going between the low strings and having the high, kind of gnarly, jarring chords is something we've done a couple of times before. It's in The Alchemist from the Amanuensis and Saga City. In fact, I think this is technically the same progression as Alchemist, but it's a way different feel and it's in a different key. You get a really pushy, drivey feel from the low strings, and the high notes are actually the breather, even though they're kind of jarring and angry sounding. And you get this cool melody on the low string, which is cool. And that then provides the kick drum pattern and the bass line for the whole song. So the whole backbone came from kind of here. Getting creative with stuff like that, it's quite easy to remove one aspect of that. So for example, the outro of this song is the exact same part, but the high chords are just not there anymore. So it's just a... with some dramatic slides and stuff for effect. Sometimes all you need is to change a cymbal and take an aspect out of a riff to make it. I mean, musically it's cool because it's conceptual and stuff, but it feels more like a breakdown, more like an outro in that context.